Totally on accident.
Action shot. I like it.
Good evening and welcome to season 4, episode 25 of Lawfully Chaotic.
Wow.
With me tonight is my other partner in crime, Kristen,
Woo!
from
Hello.
Kristen's Adventures. Jason is off tonight, probably planting pigs or harvesting wheat or something like that. So, no, actually,
I hope he's not planting pigs.
No, I don't know what the hell he's doing. But regardless, you got the two of us. So welcome.
Yes.
Thank you for joining us or watching us after the fact. Oh, we have a new first in chat on Instagram.
What?
Wolf Elakim joined.
Hello.
You win for first in chat.
With a round of applause.
Round of applause. We really don't have prizes, but if you want some stickers or something, DM me and I'll send you some swag. But thank you for joining.
Swag.
How are you?
Oh, just ducky.
Ducky. Good. Good.
Does that sound sarcastic? Just ducky.
I don't know, a little bit. Announcements.
It's been a long week.
Has it? Oh, well, hit me. What are your announcements?
My announcements? I work too much and I game too little.
Ah, okay.
Those are my announcements.
All right. Succinct and to the point.
Yes.
You need to change that. But yeah,
I know.
Yeah, I should be one to talk. What are my announcements? Oh, I do have a surprise for you as part of the announcements. You ready for this? Are you ready?
For what? I have a rant cam. How often do
you
I
have
rant?
a rant round?
I love it. I look angry.
You like that? So yeah. So now everybody can be angry.
That is hilarious.
Because
love it.
what is a video? What is a podcast without rage and anger and trigger and all?
Now I'm gonna have to come up with something to rant about.
Yeah, you don't do a lot of ranting, so that might be a rare.
Rant!
Hey, what's up, Death Rolls? How you?
Rant!
What else?
Announcements?
Not
I don't
much
know.
else.
What has happened since last week?
I've been painting a little bit.
No way.
Yes, I'm making time for painting again. I was much better this week about setting boundaries, and after about 6 o'clock, I was like, you know what? I'm done.
Except for, I'm so proud of you.
Except for Ivan's stuff, because he's awesome and his stuff is cool.
Awesome. He is awesome.
Yeah, he's a super great guy. Ivan Van Norman. Check out Hunter's Entertainment. They have a lot of awesome content, really cool RPGs, like very kind of Tales from the Loop, Stranger Things, 80s kind of feel. It's cool stuff. So check out Hunter's Entertainment.
Yes.
And otherwise, I think that's it.
Yeah, not too much is going on with me for the past week either. Like I said, making the tubes videos. That's about it.
Yeah, that's another. That's another thing. I'm like, I got to get back into my editing. I shot a couple of videos, so I got to get back to editing.
Oh, I am slacking on the TikTok. Bad. I'm slow slacking.
I got this.
Are those dice?
Phone dice.
Phone dice.
Isn't that funny?
Roll them the bones. Tray. I love it.
The muffin tray I just happen to have. It's wormwood. Big surprise that I just had one of those. Yeah, but these are really cool. They're actually really cool. They work pretty good. They were like, I just got them on Amazon. They were like $20.
But I thought maybe you 3D printed them.
No, I suppose I could, but that's a whole lot of work. And these
I see
$20 for 6 D6s. So they're kind of cool.
Those are cool. Yeah, I think I have some somewhere that are shaped like bullets.
Oh, I have
the bullet dice.
A few sets of bullet dice. Yeah,
those are pretty cool.
Cool.
Especially for survival type games that have guns in them.
Right? It's good for like zombie signs. I think the original ones I have came in my Tiny Epic Western game by
I love the Tiny Epic games.
Tiny Epic Games. That's another one. Check it out. Gamelin Games, Tiny Epic.
Those are
There's
cool.
A Hero, Western, Cthulhu, Pirates,
I think I have Tiny Epic Galaxies is the
Galaxies. I have that too. Yeah, I have Western. I have Galaxies. I have Hero. Actually, I think I have most of them.
Wow, I think I only have that one. I might have had two, but I only.
These are really. If you haven't seen them, they're really
So
cool.
compact, a tiny little box.
Everything is in a box.
So much fun in there.
By that big, and this is not like a deck of cards and a couple tokens. It is a shit ton of content packed into those games, and they're only like $15 each or $20
because they're little.
So check them out. Check them out. They are awesome games. Really deep for that format. But anyway, so the bullet dice I think came in Tiny Epic Western, and then of course I got a couple set of metal ones.
Yeah, I think mine are metal. You gotta be careful with those metal dice, though, man. They'll ding your table up good. They gotta go in a.
I know, and especially all your expensive wooden dice trays. Yeah, so.
Yeah, that's true. They'll ding up your wooden dice trays. You gotta use them in like a leather one or
something. I've got in a while.
Nice.
Other than my fucking pixel dice that I'm still waiting. So there's
whoa! Wait a minute. Let's not talk about dice then.
That's wait, hold on. I just
Brad Cam.
Oh, here we go.
Brad Cam. Fuck you, pixels. Hey, if I end up at PAX Unplugged and they end up there, I'll go give them a piece of my mind for you.
Please do. Oh my God, I would absolutely love to actually be at a con with them, because I would totally go up and just rip them a new asshole in person. Honestly,
you might get your ass kicked out. You better be careful.
I don't give a fuck. It would be worth it to me. It would be worth it. As long as I didn't have to drive more than like an hour to get there, it would be worth it.
All right. Make sure your wife has bail money ready.
Maybe I'll throw RPG Con right here in Chicago, and I'll see if I'll tell them hundreds of thousands of people are showing up, and maybe they could show up, and then I'll
be in the back of the paddy wagon.
Punch him in his nose. I'm not taking that fuck you pixels off there until I get my dice. But no, I got that's another thing. I've got a bunch of posts. I'm calling them out. It's been long enough, and I'm gonna do a series of posts, and I don't care if it makes me sound like I'm fucking whining about it, because fuck them. But it's just so funny because there's another update, and it's like, there's another 2 months of production, and then 2 months of, so now it's January 26. So it'll be 5 some odd years, or almost 5 years.
Maybe the ones they're going to send the Kickstarter backers are extra special compared to the ones that they're selling on Amazon.
So, you know what? And no, they're not.
No, they're the same? Why don't they just send you some of those?
Thank you, voice of reason. This is what makes me so angry, and I've started collecting, all of the evidence, so to speak. But I've got a bunch of screenshots for these posts. They're selling them on Amazon. They're selling them on their website, and there's like some of the D20s are like tariff flash sale. Their last update, he was whining about all the tariffs and stuff and how it's affecting things. It's just excuse after excuse after excuse. And like I said, now that's what's it's beyond just, oh, wait a second. I forgot to put our chat on. Type that again, 3 miles, so it shows up in our chat window.
That's a lot to retype. Just copy and paste it if you can.
Why? All right, here. I'll do it. I can't. Why send dice to a schmuck? Why send dice to a schmuck who already gave me money when I could send dice to people who give me money now? Exactly. Yeah, exactly.
You have to wait 30 seconds.
Yeah, that's what's so shitty. Like, it's just the way they're handling this. There's no concessions at all. It's just a bunch of fucking whining and crying and excuses and BS. And it's like, you're selling fucking dice.
I know.
Send us dice, or just don't sell stuff, or give us the option of changing to the colors that don't have all the issues that they're having for production. It's like just nothing. This is a textbook case on how not to run a Kickstarter. So at this point, I've completely written it off, and
I'm very sorry.
Well, it's going to be $489 that I spent on basically what's going to be like case study videos that I'm going to get out of this.
Oh boy,
it's ridiculous. I mean, it's almost comical at this point, but like
almost.
every time. Anyway, enough of that. I know you guys are going to hear me bitch about these stupid fucking dice.
Anyway. I just
you want to talk about, Kristen?
Yeah, I ventured on to one of those TTRPG news web pages to see if there was any good upcoming news, and I found some interesting stuff.
Like what?
I found out a little snippet. So we have about a week and a half until the new D&D starter set comes out. Okay. This Heroes of the Borderlands starter set.
Yes. Yeah.
It's going to be $50 this time. Starter sets used to be like $20. However, it says you get like 40 hours of gameplay out of this thing, as opposed to what you used to be able to get, supposedly.
Bullshit play and this many hours of game. That's so fucking arbitrary.
So here's some of the features of this, and I want you to tell me if this sounds familiar.
Okay, that's what I want to hear. What do you get for the $50? And I'm very interested in.
Oh, there's supposed to be a lot. There's a lot in here. You get like three little mini campaigns. You got the book with the basic rules. You got 3 separate softcover books, with like 3 different sections to the whole thing, so you can play it in sections, whatever. But what I thought was most interesting is, even though there's pre-made characters, there are no paper character sheets. They have switched to boards made out of cardstock. A board. Okay? So if you want to play the rogue, or the cleric, you take the board and put it in front of you, and all the stuff is now on cards. Sound familiar? Your equipment is on a card. Your spells are on a card. It's almost like it was a race to see who could get it released first. It kind of sounds like. It makes me wonder how long it was in development. But anyway, it does look really cool. There are some different things.
I got a couple questions. Are the boards dry erase?
Now that I don't know, because it's not actually out yet. Okay. And I know usually they send this stuff out to like influencers ahead of time, and they start doing like unboxing videos and everything, but I haven't seen anything yet. Pardon me. I only saw this one person's like article of what they saw online was in it. So I don't know. It's like, can you write on these? Can you not? Are they dry erase? But okay, so wait, here's the thing.
You gotta scan it and print it, otherwise that's fucking useless.
No, I just remembered that you don't actually have to write anything. You don't write anything. Okay? So, like I said, all your equipment and your spells are all on cards. The board will literally say, your starting equipment is chainmail armor. Find the card and place it here. Right? And then next to that will say your starting
scores, skills and all that shit.
So your starting hit points for level 1, right? The front of the board is level 1. So it has all the stats for your level 1 character. When you level up to level 2, you flip over the board. And now all your numbers are there for your second level. When you get to 3rd level, it said, and you pick a subclass, you get a specialty board that has your new revised stats and your subclass information on it. So you don't even have to have dry erase, because you don't even have to write anything. You don't even need a pencil for this game. So
are you assigned scores?
Yeah, you know what they did?
So it's basically, it's completely pre-made characters.
Yeah, well, which is what the original starter set was like anyway. I know the second starter set was like, here's some more information if you want to make your own characters. So they went back to, here's some pre-made characters for this one. They're trying to make it even easier than it used to be, because listen to some of these changes, right? There are no actual ability scores, only the modifier is listed. Also sound familiar? Like you just have a +2 to dexterity, +3 to intelligence, and it never even mentions that you have a 17 in this or... it kind of sounds like that, doesn't it?
I should do it facing the mic.
Yes, there you go. It also never mentions hit dice. If you take a short rest, it just tells you how many hit points you get back. I think they're going off the average of what your hit die is. Okay. Instead of calling them spell slots, They're called power tokens, and you have spots on your board to put little cardboard tokens. So you do not anymore have to keep track of like spell slots because there's all these tokens in the box. They said there was like over 200 tokens. You got little cardboard ones for the monsters. You got cardboard ones for your players. It comes with like a whole bunch of maps for this little campaign in a box. So it all sounds very cool. And it sounds very awesome for new players to be able to sit down, figure it out very easily, and jump right in. But they did make an interesting point that if they finish this and they're like, that was really cool, now let's get the actual books and play, it's going to be completely different. Because now you've got a paper character sheet with stats, and you have hit dice, and it's like all of a sudden all the jargon is different unless you just stick with the starter set, which is kind of looking a little more board gamey, which is fine. I think it's great that they made it even easier to understand, but it's like if someone finishes that and then wants to jump into the real thing, it's going to be very different.
That was my exact thoughts. So, under the lens of somebody who's never played before, seemingly that level of simplicity is awesome. It's fantastic.
Yes, it's great.
Not having to write all that stuff down, figure out formulas and stuff like that. Great. Yep. I see more negative than positive. The negatives being, I still feel that the best way to start learning D&D is to build a character.
Right?
Okay,
and
because
what a lot of people love too.
And it's like you're right. Just that. You said it. People like rolling their own scores and customizing a little bit. And then finally, which is the big one, which is what you said, is like, if this is meant to introduce somebody to D&D and give them a taste so that then they're like, oh, well, there's so much more to the game.
All of a sudden, it's completely different.
I could see someone buying like the player's handbook and being like, well, this is difficult as shit and it's completely different.
Right. This isn't anything like that. Yeah, this isn't anything like that starter set I just played.
Yeah, that is an absolutely, just from a brand coherency standpoint and a strategy, to bring somebody into the hobby and to keep them in there and allow them to grow with it.
Right.
It seems like that's a ridiculous decision especially.
Yeah, it's really weird.
Changing like you said, it's one thing to assign everything and have it pre-made. There's nothing wrong with that. Although I still think building a character, not being able to build a character is a little bit of a bummer. But changing the jargon, why would you do that?
And it's not like they're gonna. I don't think they would change any of this stuff in the base game anytime soon. They just came out with the 2024 rules that they're still called spell slots.
Yeah, that seems like a really obnoxious.
Unless like the regular D&D game is usually what ages like 12 and up. Maybe they're trying to make it easy enough for like 6 and up or something. I don't know.
Then you have kids.
I'm not really sure. That's true. So I don't know.
Again, it just that to me. That smacks of, again, like, high level decision making that supersedes the people that you hired who should be making those decisions.
What if this is part of the reason why Crawford and Perkins didn't want to work there anymore?
I mean, I'm sure this is a part of it, of the larger whole, but yeah.
I mean, I've heard a lot of rumors about how like they are, very creative, and it was like Hasbro and like WotC corporate execs that were like, no, you can't do that. No, you can't do that. You can't do that.
Yeah, I don't think anybody doubts that. Now, I know Jason hates them because of their lack of integrity of walking out. And I don't wholly disagree, but again, I'm still of the mindset where I'm going to give them the benefit of the doubt,
right?
Especially to see what they do at Darrington or Critical.
I know. I'm pretty excited for that stuff.
But yeah, that
very
seems
interesting.
like just a dumbass.
So yeah, it's out in about a week and a half. And honestly, I probably will buy it so that I can unbox it on YouTube and make some YouTube videos about it.
Yeah,
I'm sure I probably won't end up playing it because it's meant to be played. No,
I think for you I would love to see that video.
Right.
I'm not going to buy it.
Yeah, right. You don't need to. I will buy it, and I will make a video.
I've given them enough money buying 2 copies of all their dumb shit books.
Right. And I'll be interested to see how it works on D&D Beyond, because it's also supposed to be released on D&D Beyond. How the player board is going to look instead of being a character sheet.
Okay, how the fuck are they, excuse my French, but how the fuck are they gonna?
I don't know. I don't know. We'll see.
In D&D Beyond when they've changed.
We're gonna find out. Although I'm not buying it twice. I don't think I want to pay $50 for the actual thing and then pay another whatever I have to pay.
You're not, are you?
No, and I don't usually do reviews of like D&D Beyond stuff because I don't do like, screen captures or screen recordings or anything like that. So I probably won't. I'll probably watch some other people's videos about it though, just to see how it works.
And another thing, and you mentioned the price.
Yeah,
$50 for a starter set.
Yeah, $50 for a starter set.
That's too steep. It should be $30.
Now, I have seen other starter sets that are kind of up there, but that's another point this person made was that also in the box there's like 8 or 10 maps and minis, and you don't even need maps and minis to play D&D. Technically, it can all be theater of the mind, so you're immediately telling everybody hey, this game is maps and minis.
I disagree on that for starter players.
Yeah,
that's tough for starter players. Yeah, it's hard enough grasping what a role-playing game is, but
I know I agree with that. I absolutely agree with that. Like I think starter players will like the board, the maps and minis. But again, you could finish that up and then go find a gaming group, and they'll be like, "Oh, we don't do that." Of course
you can, but again, back to the $50 price tag. It's too much for a starter set unless it's just chock full of shit, and that remains to be seen. But again, even then. Most people, somebody at that level who's buying a starter, anybody who is
that's a lot of money for a starter
remotely a nerd, okay, like us, is going to and even if they've never played it before, but they're they play video games or whatever. They'll probably, I would say 50-50. Be split between doing a starter set or just jumping into the full game. So to bring somebody in who's not familiar with the hobby at all, like what is a role-playing game, I think it's too much money. And even if it does have a whole mess of crap in the box,
right?
That's a high entry point for somebody in that demographic to just say, it's like yeah.
$50.
Very strange decisions.
I know, right? The other interesting thing is
apparently odd from a company like WotC/Hasbro.
Oh well, it gets weirder. Apparently,
that was heavy sarcasm, by the way.
I know, right? WotC is apparently also next year, in 2026. I don't know when, what quarter, going to release a video game. Not that they haven't done that before, because they have. But
fantastic.
It's going to be called Exodus, and it's a sci-fi game. Sci-fi game. They're also releasing a tabletop RPG to go with it, which will be the 5e rules, but in a sci-fi setting with like some modifications to go for sci-fi. I thought that was very interesting.
That is very.
He said that's the first time in a long time they said WotC is going to be putting out a TTRPG that is not D&D. And it's going to be sci-fi, but still on the 5e rules. I kind of wish maybe they had come up with a different rule set for it. I don't know if I want to play 5e in space.
Well, this goes back to our long conversations that we keep touching back to about, the one system that you can adapt to different themes.
True. But true. And I get that. There's some people have a comfort level in, I know how to use this system. Let's play it in a Western. Let's play it in space. Let's play it in fantasy. And you can have fun with all. I just know personally for me, I like trying different systems. That's just a me thing.
Oh, I agree. I'm not arguing with you. Me personally, I'm going to go back to Shadowrun or something else, right?
I get just as much excitement out of trying another system as I do a different setting.
Totally. I mean, again, when we were kids and spent all those years playing role-playing games and tabletop, war games like BattleTech and Car Wars and whatnot, D&D, it was never a question of playing D&D again. All those other games were like, let's play D&D for X amount of time. Then let's take a break, try something else. Play that for 6 months or a year and then go back to D&D. I mean, we did that over and over again.
Yeah.
It would be cool if all that shit was in one book and then they did supplements. See,
true.
I'm not that's actually an interesting announcement and kind of exciting to me. I don't have a problem with them doing that. And I happen to like supplements if they're done right. I know Jason hates multiple books. I'm not sure what your feeling is, but if you have, to me, not perfect, but to me, a good role-playing game, this is just my opinion, is your main book with the rules, which is a player's handbook and dungeon master guide and all that shit. I'm still okay with a separate monster manual, okay? Because crammed into the rule book, I feel like you don't get as much as a full encyclopedia. You can put basic monsters in that player's handbook DM guide. Okay, so there's your second book. And then after that, you do supplements for, for either different areas or different themes or even like equipment, supplements, stuff like that.
Yeah.
As long as it's coherent and makes sense and you're not just throwing content out just to make a buck.
Right.
And I think with 5e, the books that were coming out over the past few years, for the most part, let's say since like 2018-ish, 2017-ish, right? Or maybe since COVID, just before COVID. Okay. I kind of, that time frame for me is like when it seemed like they made this push to start releasing all these different books regularly.
There was a lot.
That's just me. I'd have to go back and look at the dates, but most of those books were pretty decent. And then it got to the point where it was just, it was the Spelljammer and all that. And towards the end, it was just like clear that it was just, let's see how much shit we can get out before we piss everyone off. So that's not the way to do it. But like Shadowrun, the original Shadowrun, you had the rule book, and then there were supplements for, here's a Seattle supplement. Here is a, core mechanics with add-ons. Exactly. Here's an NPC book. Here's an equipment book, stuff like that.
Yeah,
so
I don't mind that as long as they're not going to break the bank.
Well, and Shadow, FASA, at the time it was FASA Corporation. All those supplements were soft cover books about half the size of the rule book. So they were only like $19.
Oh, sure.
At the time, right? So there are ways to do it and make money continually publishing supplements. So it seems it's interesting, that announcement, but to me, it seems weird that it's like a whole nother game, but on the same rule set.
Yeah.
That to me sounds like more like seeing dollar signs and basically just duplicating 5e and all that content, physical content they released a second time in a different theme.
To me, it seems like we're too lazy to come up with a new system for something that's entirely different. So let's just take the system we have and like reskin it with some.
Again, I'm interested to see like how 5e translates in a published format. Not talking about homebrew, because I know people do that.
Yeah.
In a published format, how 5e rules translate to sci-fi.
Right. Well, this is going to be called Exodus. And but I don't know when in 2026 it's out. They didn't say which quarter. Just that it would be called.
Just assuming that they
I wanted to check out the video game, but it's going to be on PS5, and I only have PS4.
That I have an issue with.
Well, it's going to be on Xbox, like the newest stuff. It'll be on PC, PlayStation 5, whatever the newest Xbox is.
So is Larian? Well, wait, didn't they have a big falling out with Larian after Baldur's Gate?
I have absolutely no idea. I don't really follow too much video game stuff anymore.
If it's like the video game coming out first, that I have an issue with.
Well, I think they're coming out at the same time.
Are perhaps. They? Well, and if they are publishing this video game, like in-house or setting up their own, development company for that.
That I don't know either. That I don't know. I'm sure they probably partnered with somebody. Like who'd they do Baldur's Gate with?
Larian Studios.
Oh, okay. I'll have to see. I'll try to dig into that and find out and see if it's the same studio or not.
Yeah.
I don't know. So are you familiar with Apocalypse World?
Yeah, so I thought so. They broke with Larian because there was
they did.
What was the whole fucking hoopla over that shit? I don't remember, but it was just basically they.
Well, I'm sure that then.
I don't know. I'm sure they were an absolute fucking. Larry was just done telling their story. Oh, that's right. They were moving on to that other. What was that other game they were doing? Was it it was a pirate theme one? Oh. See, this is where not having Jason here is like. You're very good research too.
We gotta Google it really quick.
I know.
Or something.
I would imagine.
Just ask the chat.
Ask the chat.
Did you Google chat. Who was partnering with WotC for the Exodus video in 2027?
I'm sure that WotC was an absolute. Right. So that's what I'm saying. If they try to come out with a video, I mean, look at D&D Beyond. Again, I like it.
They couldn't even handle their own VTT, and they're going to do a video game?
Yeah, exactly. If they are coming out with this game, it's going to suck ass.
It's going to be partnered.
Then it's going to tank the role-playing game, which is why the decision to release both at the same time, to me, is fucking insane also.
I'm going to look it up. Who is making Exodus?
All right. I'll fill the time while you talk.
6.
Let's see. What else can I complain about?
No complaining.
What? Oh, wait. What? Oh, I think I am going to go to the 20-sided tavern, the Broadway show thing.
Is it coming to Chicago?
It is. It's here this month. So I think we're going to check that out. It should be interesting. There's a couple of the the actors improvisational.
Yay, that's interesting.
That bugged the shit out of me, but I'm going to go see it anyway.
There we go.
I won't name names.
Just like I'm going to give Brendan Lee Mulligan a chance. I'll give it the old college try.
Yeah.
It says it's an upcoming role-playing game with Archetype Entertainment, a studio founded by former BioWare developers.
Oh.
Whoever Archetype Entertainment is.
Well, BioWare put out some good stuff.
Okay.
Way back when.
It's part of Hasbro's broader initiative to expand its footprint into the video game industry.
Yeah, and see, fuck that. That's where I say fuck you. Because they're still, so now they're just going to slow play the digitalization of, or the digitalization of D&D, which has always been their goal, the C-suite's goal. It seems not always. Let me amend that. Sorry, I didn't mean always. I meant always as of the past 5 years or so.
Well, I can't even remember the last time I played D&D, so that's okay. I've been playing other stuff. Really, I think the last time I played D&D, I ran the Witchlight campaign that probably ended over a year ago. And I've been playing other stuff ever since.
Currently running, I'm only running one game right now, and I need to. I told you my plan. As soon as the weather really turns here, I'm going to start up our GM's campaign.
Nice.
But it might be Daggerheart by that time.
Are you going to run it?
Oh yeah.
Are you running the game?
You and Jason, and we'll get some other people. And it doesn't have to be all people that are.
Don't forget, I'm in a different time zone.
Well, so is Numbnuts over in California.
I know. At least none of us are in Alaska or Hawaii or anything.
We'll see if we can get a couple players from Guam.
Yeah, right.
What was I saying? Oh yeah, so I'm currently running.
What are you doing?
Dragon Heist, Waterdeep Dragon Heist, but they're just about.
I have that book and I have not played it.
Yeah.
For a while, I was buying everything, so I have every time I was like, I gotta get it, and I told you because I was like, I'm spending too much money and I'm not playing these things.
I told you guys since I started RPG & Company, or maybe a year or two after, I was like, well, now it's official and I can write this off, so I'm gonna buy everything. So up until Spelljammer, I bought almost every book they came out with. Almost.
Me too. Up until Spelljammer, and I have Spelljammer.
Almost pretty.
And I stopped.
Actually, it might have been every book, and almost all of them I bought both copies, the alternate cover and the regular one.
Oh, that's right, you did that. No, I don't. I love the alternate covers, but I didn't buy them because they were too.
Well,
certainly did not buy both.
Yeah, that's from my comic book, collection, mine of like, well, I gotta have the collectible version too. Sure. And then I got the Spelljammer box set, and then I was like, you know what?
That's what I said.
And that was the last. I don't think I bought a book. Well, okay, obviously, other than the 2024 rules.
Yeah.
Not bought anything. Yeah, I've not bought any other books in Spelljammer.
Here that you can see, I got a few there and a few there, but there's a crap ton down in that cabinet.
Yeah,
All the rest.
I've got it spread over 3 rooms.
Yeah.
Not filled, obviously, but.
Well, you can't see the bottom shelf. The bottom shelf.
No.
All D&D books.
Okay. Well, I've got some here. I've got some in our bedroom, which my wife appreciates, and some in the living room, which she also appreciaes.
Oh, sure, just scatter them all around the house. Why not? Little D&D here, little D&D there. I really did want to play a lot of this stuff. I got Eberron because I love steampunk type stuff.
Yeah.
Man, I did play Witchlight. And I ran Witchlight. I ran most of Strahd, but it broke up before we finished it. And then I also ran Strixhaven, which is like Harry Potter Wizarding School.
Yeah. I also bought the big, the super deluxe version of Strahd and the big.
Did you really?
Coffin set. Yeah, I've never cracked it. Well, because I haven't run it yet, and I do not want to read it in case I play it. I almost rather play in that one with a really good GM.
Yeah. I think I ran about half of it before I dissolved, but it was quite fun.
I didn't even open the fucking wrapper.
I opened the wrapper and I think just glanced inside and then put it right back in the slipcase, and it's sitting out in the other room.
Yeah.
But I'm super excited now about all these other things that I got at Gen Con that I want to play instead. So, and Dagger.
Are you still going to do the Monday Daggerheart? Or did you do it and I missed it already?
No, I didn't do it, but I don't think that I am, only because some of the other people that we're going to play have signed up to play in a paid game on another day.
Ah, okay.
So I don't think we'll have enough people.
Well, maybe I'll just do I'll do a Daggerheart, like 3-shot or something.
There we go. I mean, we can all take turns running stuff.
Yeah.
Then
we can stream it.
Right.
The problem is Jason's schedule.
Mm.
Because he's got a million games going on. So.
Right. Yeah, I don't know. And I have a game every other Saturday.
You're freezing up a little bit if you get too many windows open. Yeah.
I have one window open.
Well, that's one too many.
Well, I have one. And I have nothing else running.
That's what I'm talking about, 3 miles. That's what I'm talking about is the homebrew game. It's either going to be D&D or it's going to be Daggerheart. So yeah, that is what. But I'm not.
How can we do a Thursday night game if we're usually doing this? Unless you mean stream a game in place of this. Is that what you mean? Yeah,
like once every other week or once every third, probably every third week or something like that. We'll figure it out. Yeah.
That would be fun.
Yeah, but I'm not going to make it. There's no pretense of, I'm going to start this soon. Not until the boat goes away and it's crappy here.
Right.
It's not so much about that. It's just this is a really short summer in Chicago. June sucked.
Yeah.
It was crappy in June, almost till pretty much July 1st, and then we took a couple of those trips. So this has like legitimately been a really short summer. So I want to get the most of it before.
I see. I live in the land of perpetual summer.
Exactly, and so does Jason. So
yeah, 6 months of the year it's summer, and then the other 6 months is kind of like late spring, and then back.
Exactly. Yeah, 5 months of the year here it's summer, and then it's 7 months of just either cold, wet, or gray, and most of the time all three.
Yeah. So I know you're a big Kickstarter fan. You want to hear about a Kickstarter that I actually
No.
might back? I haven't backed any Kickstarters forever because I'm like, it takes too long to get the stuff. I spend too much money. Okay, you're familiar with Mork Borg, right?
Yes, I have
Okay.
it.
I have Mork Borg as well. They're good, and if it got Pirate Borg now and Cyborg and all this other stuff.
Wait, quick question. Where's your book?
It's in the other room. My Mork Borg is in the other room. It's in my living room.
Bedroom? Oh, okay. I put it in my bedroom.
Yeah, that's creepy.
And then one night I was looking at it, I'm like, what the fuck is glowing in my bookcase? The spine is actually glow in the dark.
No, it's not. Is it really? Oh my god! No way! I did not know that.
Yeah.
So this what are they called? Snapback Game Studios, which I thought was a cool name. You know, like a snapback hat.
Mm-hmm.
It's coming out with it's actually on Kickstarter right now, and it ends on the 25th. So it's only got like a couple weeks left. Okay. They have using the Mork Borg system, Raptor Ruckus, and it's like playing Jurassic Park with the Mork Borg rules, and it looks awesome. In fact, if you go to the Kickstarter page, there is a 26-page free quick start guide that you can download, and actually has a little mini adventure in it.
Really?
And I love the artwork.
Wait. So is this a separate company?
Yeah, it's not the people who put out Mork Borg. It's just using the Mork Borg system.
And what's it called? Raptor
Ruckus. And it's literally like playing in a game of Jurassic Park.
That's interesting. That I assume they made some kind of a deal with the Mork Borgians.
Either that, or they have an open gaming license. I don't know.
Yeah, that's true.
I don't know, but it's by Snapback Game Studios. It looks really cute, and it's only until the 25th. I might back it because I like the
book and I like the art.
Yeah, see? Oh my god, there's so many like smaller studios coming out.
Oh my god, maybe it's the fact that it's a.
Did you see the 3D minis?
Yes.
You see the minis? Yes.
Maybe it's the fact that the main that it's the dinosaurs, but it's also the art. It totally reminds me. Like the first thing that came to my mind is actually Dungeon Crawler Carl.
Well, they said it was supposed to look like 90s. They said it was supposed to look like 1990s type art.
Oh yeah, it does.
But you could paint those minis. There's like little velociraptors and the T-Rex.
Do you know how many of the games in Kickstarter I backed just for the
minis?
Get a box of minis.
Well, you better get to painting, sir.
You know how many minis I have backlogged to paint if I painted every mini?
A painting marathon.
I would be painting till I was 312 years old.
Next time there's a snowstorm, I want to see an 8-hour painting stream. Okay. Be like, you're not done. Keep going. You pick that paintbrush back up.
Great minis. Oh yeah, and I've got Zombicide, Black Plague, the medieval one. I've got the regular Zombicide, and I've got Zombicide Invader. So between those 3 games and all of the expansions and stuff, I'm telling you, like the amount of minis that I have is ridiculous.
Hey, when you're playing a game with minis and they're just plain gray out of the box, and then you paint them, it makes the whole game 10 times more amazing.
It does, but you know, one thing, like it depends on the game. Like Cthulhu Death May Die, which is one of my favorite games.
Mm-hmm.
Like the cultists are all red plastic.
Oh,
so there's some games where they color them, which I guess you could paint it in a
Sure, you just stick to a theme.
So, yeah,
color scheme.
No, I agree. Yes.
Okay, so one last thing I found while poking around online. I have never played this, but have you heard of Apocalypse World? It apparently is the game that started the Powered by the Apocalypse system.
Okay.
You're familiar with Powered by the Apocalypse, what Blades in the Dark is.
Oh, yeah.
Blades in the Dark is on the Powered by the Apocalypse system. Well, that whole system, I guess, was developed by the game Apocalypse World, and the original was out in 2016. And they are launching soon on Kickstarter, although they didn't say when, a new edition. And it's been 10 years. And they're going to come out with a new edition for that. So I went to the Kickstarter page and read And funny enough, it's like I don't know if they're husband and wife or family or whatever, but I mean, there's two people with the same last name that are the writers of this, and they live in Massachusetts, an hour from where I grew up.
No way.
Like, I had no idea that the people that developed the system that launched Powered by the Apocalypse, like, lived an hour away from me. That's kind of crazy.
Learn something new every day.
I know. I'm gonna have to tell my other friend Brian, who's in my gaming group, because he's still in Massachusetts. I'll be like, hey, go stalk these people.
Stalk them. Did you ever hear of the game Twilight 2000?
I think so. It sounds familiar.
That was also out like late 80s, early 90s.
TTRPG? Or board game? TTRPG or board game?
It was TTRPG. It was basically like, not an apocalypse, but it was basically like just modern warfare. And in 2000, like the whole system fell apart, and it was just kind of like, everyone for themselves, kind of, wasteland. Not like nuclear type apocalypse, if I remember correctly. Right. But I loved it because it was just, it just had all like the latest military hardware shit as part of the game. Like, the source books were all that. And it was like real stuff.
Yeah,
like yeah. But that game, like, I had thought went the way of the dodo, and then I just saw there's a new edition of that coming out. So,
I love the fact that some of these games that are old are like rebooting.
Yeah, but with that one, it's like, I mean, I guess it still happens in 2000. I don't know. It's always, it's always a risk to put a date in a game unless you're hundreds and hundreds or thousands of years in the future.
Yeah.
It's like Apocalypse 2027. Who the fuck knows?
Isn't one of the running jokes about Back to the Future that he set the time machine to 2024? They were like going into the future in the DeLorean, and I believe he set it to like 2024. And then he gets here and they have like skateboards that hover and flying cars.
Shit. all the time. That shit. Yeah, all the time.
I'm like, well, we didn't get any of that stuff. There are hoverboards, but
or like Blade Runner. First one was 2021, I believe.
Right. It seems and then so far away.
Then it was 2049. So yeah. So.
Right.
I always get a kick out of that.
Kind of crazy. The last one I'll mention to you that I found, there was a TTRPG that's 25 years old that's coming out with a new edition called Blue Planet. Have you heard of that?
No.
Me neither. It's by Biohazard Games.
I've heard of Biohazard Games.
Okay. Apparently this game is 25 years old, but they're coming out with a new edition sometime soon. I think they did a Kickstarter and it already ended. Although looking at their Kickstarter page, it looked like it was from 2022. Like maybe it's taken 3 years to actually get everything done. But they're posting pictures now of the books actually arriving in the warehouse. And it's supposed to be that like people from like Earth was all jacked up. Go figure. And they found like a wormhole to like go find another planet somewhere to live on. But it's an ocean planet. So everything's all ocean.
Okay.
It's futuristic.
I think that was called Waterworld.
Yeah, right. But I think this has a lot more to do. I think there's maybe surface type stuff, but also underwater type stuff. Okay. Because there was like a picture I saw that had like squids looking up at like a diver with a diving suit on and stuff. So it's supposed to take place on this blue planet that also looked really kind of cool. So this great. More stuff for me to spend my money on coming.
There you go. I want to see. I want somebody to read that one. That's why I do it. Your addiction.
I have a habit.
I want to see somebody redo Torg.
Oh, I haven't heard of that one. What's that?
Oh, well, I've mentioned that one before. So Torg, it actually stands for the other role-playing game.
Oh,
kind of like one also was in the. Yeah, but that one also. I'm sure I still have it somewhere. I don't think I've ever gotten rid of any of my role-playing game stuff. So I'm sure I have it somewhere buried in the garage. The system, the mechanics were, I don't even remember them, which they were not great mechanics, which is probably why I can't remember them. The premise was awesome. It was basically like the multiverse type thing. and you could, but everybody was in one place, and there were like the eras in history or the themes that you could play from, different characters and whatnot. There was like ancient Egypt, there was dinosaurs, there was film noir, there was if I remember, you could be a werewolf, so there was like classic monsters. There was did I say sci-fi? Old West. So it was kind of like this weird multiverse where your party could be anything from sci-fi all the way to like prehistoric, with anything in between.
Oh, interesting.
It was really kind of cool. It was just a really cool idea, Yeah.
Well, go dig that book out.
I'd dig that out, or I should just go see if anybody owns the rights.
Do you have a garage so full of stuff that you can't put your car in it? You do. I can tell by the smirk on your face that you do.
No, we have a 2-car garage, but our cars are parked, no shit, 3 inches apart back to back, because that's the only way we can get both cars in there because of all the shit that I have in my garage. It's organized very well, because if it wasn't, we wouldn't be able to put the cars in there.
Oh, okay.
But yes, it is. Yeah.
Gotcha.
It's a lot of crap.
I was like, I bet he's got so much stuff in that garage that his car is
another ongoing. Yeah, which is another ongoing discussion in our household. I got to throw out your shit from the garage. And then I've also still got a ton of stuff at my parents' place out in the suburbs.
Oh, so do I. Not gaming stuff, but stuff that I've repeatedly told my mother she could just go ahead and get rid of, and she doesn't bother. No, are you sure you don't want all these cassette tapes?
Yeah.
You don't want your Guns N' Roses cassette tape or your Bon Jovi cassette tape?
I'm way better than I used to be, but I'm not a hoarder. I'm not a hoarder.
Sure, right.
Collector. And I just don't like throwing things away. And then I'm like, oh, well, I'll sell this stuff. And then it sits there because it's such a pain in the ass to sell it. And then every few years, I get to the point where I'm just like fed up, and I just go through this mad cleaning rampage. And that is when I finally do throw stuff out, because I'm just sick of looking at it.
Yep. Well, I did sell all my old board games on eBay, because I was like, I got to recoup some of this money, because I spent a lot of money on these, and it wasn't too bad. You snap 4 or 5 pictures, make the listing, and next thing you know, you got like.
I know. I mean, I've done it plenty of times, but I'm kind of at that point now where I'm starting to go through stuff, and
right.
So another thing is with collectible stuff, I always keep the boxes. So that's half the shit at my parents' place is empty. It's a box of empty fucking boxes.
You're lucky they haven't thrown that away on you.
My dad doesn't give a shit.
Maybe
my mom's the one
you just
always
don't know it.
Crap. And my answer to her is, when's the last time you went into the storage area of your basement? She's like, I don't know. Well, then shut the fuck up.
Then just leave it there. I'll come get it eventually, one of these days. And when eventually you'll inherit the place, and you can just move back in, and there it all is, right back in your basement again.
Yeah, right. And then I'll have more stuff to throw out. Wonderful.
Exactly. The easier thing to do is have a yard sale. And for that, you just open the garage door, and you tell people to come in your garage and find something they want and offer you $5.
Yeah, but we can't. We've got a lot of rules in our townhome complex. So I could do it at their. Well, actually, I don't even know if I could do it at their house, because they've got an HOA also. So
actually, my HOA doesn't let you have yard sales either. But
right, I'd have to buy a U-Haul and go find a corner.
Yeah. You could take it to a flea market, a local flea market, where you could get a table at the flea market. Games
great.
Galore.
And then I could negotiate all day over, a dime and a nickel, because
hey, gets you more money to spend on Kickstarter, doesn't it?
I could also just use it as kindling.
I was gonna say, or you could just burn it all down.
Save money on firewood. That would probably be more I'd probably get more value out of that than a flea market.
That is true. You could do that. Yep. We'll start playing some of these games we keep talking about.
Yeah. Right.
So like I said, I have an every other Saturday, and I have an every Sunday, but it's 9 a.m. to noon, so it's over by
Well, like I said, in the winters, weekends completely open up for me. So.
Well, so my every other Saturday is off for a month because someone's on vacation. And then my Sunday will be off the entire month of October because, well, actually, I'll do a little plug. They have an awesome company called Crafty Dork Designs, and they take like designs on off of t-shirts and they sew them onto the backs of flannels. And they do cons and set up booths and whatnot. And they're also in Massachusetts, and they spend their entire month of October in Salem.
That's awesome. I'm looking at the stuff now.
Yeah, they have some, and they'll do custom. If you're like looking for a certain type of thing, like, hey, I want something that's Scooby-Doo themed or whatever, and then they'll find a shirt that you like and sew it onto a flannel. And awesome. So for the entire month of October, every single weekend, they're at Salem's Haunted Happenings with a booth there. And they make a killing up there in Salem in the month of October is like packed.
They make a killing at the Haunted.
They do. They do. So that game will be on hold for the whole month of October.
Okay.
The other one will be
back. We got to get some games going.
We do. I guess the first step here is to try to find out Jason's schedule. Because everything seems to be hanging in the balance when Jason's available.
Well, if he's we'll talk about it later. Nobody wants to hear us argue about scheduling. So,
that is everyone's nemesis when it comes to role-playing games is scheduling.
It is
the big bad.
Yeah. Yes. The big bad.
BBEG is the schedule.
I was going to say something, but I forgot what it was, so it must not have been important.
Must not?
Big Bad. You made me think of Dungeon Crawler Carl. I just finished book 6. It is just, oh my God. I'm doing the audiobooks, and I am just blowing through them because it is just fucking read it. Listen to it. I would listen to it, not read it.
Right. Well, maybe I'll try listening to it at work. We're only really supposed to listen to music, not podcasts, but most everybody listens to whatever the hell they want.
Well, it's a book. It's a book. It's an audio book. So
I know they say they don't want us listening to that stuff because it can be distracting.
No. I know that they don't care the difference. I just wasn't sure you knew that it's an actual novel.
Yeah, it's someone narrating a novel, correct?
Yes.
I like audiobooks. Yeah.
It is. No, I know you know what audiobooks is. I'm just saying, not everybody knows the Dungeon Crawler Carl because, given the name, some people might think it's a role-playing game. It's not. It's a book. Although I'm sure it will become a role-playing game, and I cannot wait to see what they do with it on the screen. I'm hoping that it's actually live action, but.
Ooh, interesting.
It is so fucking good.
How many books are there all together?
I just started. I literally today just finished the 6th one and started the 7th one, which is the last one, or it is the most current one.
And those are full books, right? You're not talking about like episodes. Those are full length novels for each one.
Oh yeah, wow. Yeah. It's like this one is 28 hours.
Woo!
On audio. So
wow, I can listen to that in 3 days at work.
It is just so fucking good. So anyway,
awesome.
That's all I got. We did it again. Right. Exactly 30.
Woohoo! Look at that.
All right. Well, we will be back next week, I'm sure. Well, 3 of us.
Probably.
Once again, everybody, thank you for joining us or watching or listening after the fact. Kristen, where can we find you?
You can find me at Kristen's Epic Adventures on YouTube and TikTok. The only 2 platforms that matter.
I'm sorry, I was distracted by Death Rolls. Great episode night, y'all. Fuck off, Pixels. Thank you. Thank you. I'm sorry. Repeat that. Where can we find you?
I gotta do it again. Kristen's Epic Adventures on TikTok or YouTube, the only 2 platforms that matter.
Okay, there you go. You can find me at RPG and Co on Instagram, the only platform that matters. I'm just kidding. And check out playrpgandco.com, which is a website. I think I've got some cool stuff up there. T-shirts.
Yeah, you do.
Some swag. Oh, I owe you a couple of T-shirts. Discuss that after the
Me?
Yeah.
Okay.
And then
I'll wear them in my YouTube videos.
There you go.
Right.
So yeah, shoot me a DM and let's talk about game stuff.
Games, all the games. Now I'm not going to remember the intro, because I never get the intro. I only know my own part for the outro. So you're going to have to do you have to do your part and Jason's part, and I'll do my part.
TPK, Kristen. Tell a story. Play a game. And
be kind. I told you I only remember my own part.
Fair enough. Bye, everybody. Thanks.